sixth grade. This is 4.4 dividing decimals. 6 toy blocks of the same length are lined up next to each other. What is the length of one toy block? So you can see that one block, or that the 6 blocks lined up are 7.8 centimeters, and we want to know one of them. So we're going to divide, so we're going to take the total length divided by 6 because there are 6 blocks. It says divide to find the length of one block. So we'll do 7.8 divided by 6. 6 goes into 7 one time. Bring down the 8. 6 goes into 18 3 times. And then the decimal goes straight up. So each block is 1.3 centimeters. All right, number 2, Mr. Leon drives his car 443.75 miles and chooses 12.5 gallons of gas. How many miles does Mr. Leon get per gallon? All right, so this is division, and here's how I know. It says miles per gallon, and in math, per means to divide. So we're going to do miles divided by gallons. So 443.75 divided by 12.5. It says in a previous grade you wrote a fraction and then an equivalent fraction with a whole number denominator to solve a division problem. Write a fraction and an equivalent fraction with a whole number denominator. We're going to kind of put B and C together. I don't know if you actually did this in a previous grade, but I'm going to show you. I love this idea. So our first number becomes our numerator, and our second number is our denominator. Fractions really are just division problems. That fraction bar means to divide. Let's see, we need to make the denominator a whole number. Well, if we multiply by 10, we would get 12.5 times 10 is 125. The cool part about multiplying by powers of 10 is that 10 has 1 0, so we can move our decimal one time. Whatever we do on the bottom, we have to do at the top, so we're also going to multiply that by 10, which means we're going to move the decimal one time. So it becomes 437.5. Okay, we did the same thing to the top and bottom, so it works. So if you're using powers of 10, you look at how many zeros, and that's how many times you can move the decimal. From here on out, we'll just say, okay, well, we need a whole number on the bottom. How many times will we move the decimal? Okay, so our new problem is 4,437.5 divided by 1.25. And then they kind of show you that on D, and on E they want you to do the math. So how many times does 125 go into 443? 3 times. 3 times 125 is 375, and I'm going to subtract and get 68. All right, and then I'm going to bring down my 7. How many times will 125 go into 687? I know it will go 5 times, and I know 5 times 125 is 625. Then I'm going to subtract again. Get 62. Bring down this 5. How many times will 125 go into 625? 5 times. And it'd be 625, and it's a 0. All right, and then go straight up, and our answers are 35.5 miles per gallon. All right, join me on the next page. All right, this page says the teacher drove a rental car 276.3 miles and used a total of 10.23 gallons of gas. 2 students, Kira and Shauna, both calculated how many miles the car got per gallon. Whose solution is correct? Explain the errors in the incorrect solution. Okay, so before we do that, we know, again, it says miles per gallon. So we'll do miles per gallon. They went 276.3 miles on 10.23 gallons. Well, remember how we had to have the bottom number be a whole number? So we'll go 1, 2. So then this goes 1, 2. So it's 1,023. On the top number, we have an empty blank, so we'll add a 0. 27,630. Well, then the top number goes inside the box, and the other number goes outside the box, just like that. Now, if we look at what the girls did, they both had 1,023 on the outside, okay? But on the inside, Kira has 2,000, and Shauna has the 27,000. So who's correct? Yes, Shauna. Shauna is correct because she moved the decimal twice on both numbers. But then Kira is incorrect because she forgot to move both decimals twice. She only moved one of them twice. All right, so today our biggest thing is to remember that a fraction is a division problem. When we write the fraction, the bottom number, the denominator, the divisor, needs to be a whole number, and you can move your decimal. However many times you move your decimal in your denominator or divisor, you have to do it with your numerator or dividend, and then you're good to go on log division. Thanks for watching. See you later.